Hello and welcome to Dream Team Coach TV, brought to you by Betway. I'm Sean Burke, joining me is Andy Taylor, Jack Townsend and Nick Elliott. Coming up on this week's show.
Oh, come on! A foot to the left.
I saw someone call Arteta a good-looking Frank de Boer.
Oh! That was the one. All penalty misses are equal, right? I feel really
No,
passionate
they're not.
about it.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. If
not. Mum and Dad are at stake, by the way.
Oh, it's the most animated I've been on the show.
It's been a bad weekend for Arsenal as they were played off the park by Aston Villa at home. They lost 3-0 and never really looked threatening. Looks like the shine is starting to wear off of Arteta's smooth Lego head. But with all the scrutiny that Ole Gunnar Solskjær is under, are we giving Arteta a bit of a free pass?
We sat here, 2 weeks ago with Pippa, and I actually said, I said, you know, Arsenal look like they've got a bit of a direction that they're going in. There's a bit of a thought process behind who they're buying. But it's weird that they've almost forgotten about what they do well, which is going forward, fast football, goals. Like I don't think my entire lifetime I've ever questioned Arsenal going forward. I think this is the first time I've ever done it.
Yeah,
I've only ever gone, since the kind of days of Adams and Keown, I've only ever gone, they need to tighten things up at the back. And actually, they've done that.
Yeah.
And it's just nuts that, well, it's like when you play golf. It's like you putt well one day, then your driving's awful, I'm in the trees. And the next day I'm turning up driving and my putting's awful. It's like, it's that kind of mentality I feel like at the moment.
The Masters is on at the moment, by the way.
Yeah. Got to get a golf and LSE Masters weekend.
It's on his mind. So.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like Aubameyang's not being utilised right, doesn't it? He prefers playing through the middle and he's constantly being put out left.
Do you reckon he does actually prefer playing through the middle, by the way?
I mean,
Do you know, is it just one of them where he's just become accustomed to it, but actually deep down he wants to play through the middle? Has he ever come out and said that?
I don't think he actually minds. He's like we were saying the other week. He's been really good from the left in the past. Scored loads of goals from the left. It's only now that I think Lacazette's quite a big problem now. I still think he's a good player, but do you see his average position against Villa? He's so deep. He's like his average position was like in the centre circle. You're coming that deep to get it. It just means there's no like focal point to attack.
But that's not his fault though, right? That's surely the system.
Play like Arteta's got them really well drilled, right? Yeah. But like it feels like maybe he's tempered like lots of attacking is just like instinctive kind of stuff. And I don't know if they're all thinking, too much about like when we haven't got the ball, this is where we have to be and this is what we got to do.
Well, Villa going forwards were everything that Arsenal wanted to be, weren't they? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like if they had Villa's front three, I thought Trezeguet played really well. I mean, he's not even really spoken about, but all of them, even Barkley.
I don't like him because he doesn't look like David Trezeguet. He's got the nickname Trezeguet because he supposedly looks like him, but he doesn't.
What? Is that it? Is that the only reason?
It's not his real name. It's a nickname, like Hulk or whatever.
Yeah.
They call him Trezeguet because they look like him, but he doesn't look like him. So it's just like... Trezeguet's got it because some bloke in Egypt said, you look like David Trezeguet. Some bloke who'd never seen David Trezeguet. Or only saw him once in passing. You look a bit like him. And it's like, he doesn't. Yeah. So that's why, even though he's playing well, I don't like him.
I can't believe it. That's bugged me for ages. I was on his Wikipedia article. I was like, where's the relation here? I don't understand. Well, makes sense.
There you go.
All right, just hold it there. We'll continue with the Arsenal chat, but now it is time for our 4 to score challenge. Our sponsor, Betway, has set us a panenka-themed challenge this week in honour of Lookman's penalty disaster. We each get 4 attempts to panenka the ball into the bucket. Whoever gets the most wins. Easy, right? Well, let's see. All right, here we are for the 4 to score challenge. It's panenka-themed, as I said, so we need to chip it from roughly here into that box over there. That's going to be hard. Easy. But, right, who wants to go first then, lads?
Got that short.
Oh!
Shape it to bend it.
Oh, come on. A foot to the left.
Oh.
That was the one.
You paid the price. See, that's what happens.
Mum and Dad are at stake, by the way.
98th minute. Sorry, it's just a little ding.
It had me fooled.
That's nice.
Oh!
That's the one, though.
No, that's me. Oh! With the exaggerated steps there.
Oh, that was good.
Oh! Right, well, that was an absolute disaster. So, you know, it is harder than it looks, man. Hey, get it? Because look, man. It was all a setup.
Ours would have gone in, that, to be fair.
Back to me in the studio. Right, and that was the 4 to score challenge. It's harder than it looks, I swear. But for now, back to the football chat.
I saw someone call Arteta a good-looking Frank de Boer. Look, you know, can't argue with it.
The thing is, though, but like, it's again how quickly football moves, right?
Yeah.
Because tactically against Man United, Arteta was brilliant, and it worked so well, and they were so much better.
Yeah.
And now that looks like a good result because United have had a good result against Everton.
Yeah.
So you think back on that and go, oh god, that was good, but it just
Yeah.
moves so quickly. I don't know. I'd be more tempted to go credit to Aston Villa. Like
Yeah, that should be said.
they
were
played
they
really
have been.
well. Grealish, one of the best players
don't
in the
give
league.
him too much credit.
Barkley was quality, wasn't he?
Barkley's been so
Yeah.
good. Like I kind of feel like a bit similar thing with Palace, where it's like now that Eze and Zaha have like, there's like that mutual respect to like we do the same thing. We're going to share the burden of doing it. Yeah. Like so, Zaha isn't overplaying. Grealish now has a bit of that with Barkley, where it's like he doesn't feel like he has to do absolutely everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Like one of the goals that came from the left, it was really like weird slow motion move that worked. But like there's like a back heel.
Yeah.
And it kind of like, but I think it just showed like there's so many situations I think there where Grealish would have just tried to buy a free kick or try to do it on his own, but he was like, actually, I'm happy to give it to Barkley there because at least he backs him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the comparison with Man United there. The Arsenal and Man United they're a bit yo-yo-y at the moment. You know, it goes from one week to the next. Particularly with Man United fans, it's like ollie out, and then they have a good result.
Well, it's just fan base. There's two fan bases that are living in the past and trying to hang on to what they were 10, 15 years ago. I'll say it. I feel sorry for them because if you're our age, right? I know you're a bit older than me, but if you're
less than a year.
if you're our age though, right?
Yeah.
And you're a United fan or an Arsenal fan, you've only ever known success. Wow, what sides they've grown up with, and now you're looking at it going, you've had something and now you don't have it. Whereas as a Wolves fan, I've never had it. I've never had Premier League, Champions League. I've never had all that. So now I've got it, it's quality. Obviously in 10 years when we're in League 2, I'll be gutted. But, do you know, if you don't have it, you don't miss it. And that's the problem that Arsenal and United fans have got.
Yeah, there's a sense of, and it's admittedly like entitlement. You feel like we should be winning this. Come on, like we're Man United. We're Arsenal. We should be winning this match, but you have to. I mean, not the way it is.
When you were at home in Ireland, right, what are the first sort of Arsenal players that you were watching on your kind of black and white?
Well, there was only one TV in the town.
David O'Leary.
Yeah, we used to gather around and crank it up to get it started.
Steve Boulder just bursting on the scene, really.
16.
The Beatles were top of the charts, you know, good times.
No, but like, just give me, say the first few.
It was literally just before the Invincibles, basically. So it is like peak Arsenal glory, basically. Like when I started supporting Arsenal, it was like Ray Parlour, Freddie Ljungberg, Thierry Henry was just coming into his prime. Dennis Bergkamp, come on, like it was.
Like, you can understand it why Arsenal fans get so sad.
Yeah.
Like that, you were born into this world seeing that as your side.
Yeah.
And now you're looking at Rob Holding.
Yeah. And now and seeing it slowly strip away over the years, you know what I mean? It's the gradual, and you see Shamrock
Rob Holding's hair, or
that too, and mine too. It's a double whammy. Ademola Lookman failed to equalise with a panenka penalty in the 98th minute of Fulham's game against West Ham, which sounds like some sort of horrible nightmare, especially the part about playing for Fulham. Is it symptomatic of the modern game, though, that a loanee player would try that? Does that imply that he's putting himself ahead of the club in a way, rather than just going for a modest toe poke in the corner, He's gone for a little
I'm
dig.
massively Team Lookman here.
Your team Lookman.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is
Wow, I didn't expect that.
I'm massively
How can
Team
anyone
Lookman.
be?
Because everyone's having a go in for trying a panenka. That's not the issue. The issue was that he got it wrong. The execution. The fact he tried it is not the issue. Because if you look at success rate, right, for penalties, panenkas are no worse than this idea that a panenka is more likely to miss is absolute nonsense. They've got pretty much the same conversion rate as any other kind of penalty.
Yeah, because look at the players that try it. Pirlo, Messi, like we're talking.
It's not.
Yeah,
You
of course.
see panenkas all over the place.
By you?
It's the idea.
By you? Who's
Loads of
the
people
worst
do it.
player you've seen take a penalty?
Yeah. People think this panenka is like a flex, right? And I know that it is seen as like,
It is.
for some reason, scoring it looks better if you pull it off and it looks worse if you don't, right? But it's also a legitimate way of scoring a penalty. And I would say in the 98th minute, right, the best time to take a panenka is when the goalkeeper least expects you to. And in that situation, when it's 1-1, that is actually the best time to do it. If he'd pulled it off and just said, oh, great composure. If he'd scored, no one would have said, what idiot for trying a panenka. Right? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know, Andy, let's see.
The thing is, all penalty misses are equal, right? I feel really
No, they're
passionate
not.
about it.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
they
they
are.
are
If
not.
if you
De
smash
Bruyne and Lookman are two different penalty misses. De Bruyne
Why?
has tried to
Both-
stick it in the corner.
it doesn't. Yeah, but it doesn't matter though what they tried.
Oh, I know.
At the end of the game,
Objectively, I know they both missed.
At the end of the goal,
If
they're
we-
both,
if
all
we're
penalty
saying
misses.
that.
Like if you rattle the crossbar, you force a great save, or if you pathetically chip it into the thing's hands, you've missed the penalty and that's it. It's the same way as scoring a goal. If you toe poke it in for a yard or your wrong foot or you hit a 25-yard volley, it's still a goal.
Look,
Do you know
I
what mean?
agree with what you're saying, that apart from the flex bit, it is a massive flex. It is something that individually he wants to take more accolades than what that penalty probably means for the team. If you score a panenka, without a doubt, I know you're giving me all this nonsense about stats, it is a personal gain that you want to get from it. You want to be on the match of the day highlight reel going, oh, I got that panenka. Boys, see this on the WhatsApp
Yeah,
group.
no,
That is
no.
what he wants from it. We're talking about panenkas when a team's 2-0 up or the player's world class, the team's a very good team and there's not that much riding on it. I know it might lose
That's
them
what
a game.
I'm saying. The best
but
time
Fulham,
to take a panenka is when the keeper least expects it. If you're 5-0 up and you step up, keeper might be thinking, they're 5-0 up, he's going to flex it. In that situation, that is the best time to do it because the keeper's thinking he's never going to do it now because they need a massive point here.
Okay, so if Leeds were on the same points total as Fulham now and Bamford stepped up and did exactly the same, you'd be fine without any personal allegiance. you'd
Well,
be
no,
fine.
people are still right to be annoyed because it's a terrible execution. Just like if
So
someone
you-
smashed it 10 yards over the bar.
You're not
You'd still be
questioning
annoyed at that, but I wouldn't have a problem with him attempting it, no.
It looks like it doesn't mean as enough to
I agree that he probably is himself thinking, I'm going to look really good if I do this. And maybe you're saying, right, that is putting yourself... I completely agree with that. But that also ignores the fact that a panenka is also a legitimate way of scoring a penalty.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And maybe it looks cheeky or whatever like that. But that again, that's just like it's weird that we think a panenka is more cheeky than banging the top corner. Like that's just something that fans have interpreted as. At the end of the day, he's still just putting a ball in the net, however way you do it.
It is cheeky.
It is.
though.
No, it is.
Come
I
on,
know. But that is what
It's
we all
not
that
a-
was what we all think. But like it's also like Ramos did it like 5 times in a row, and that was when it was like 0-0, 1-0. Like because
Ramos.
Yeah, but it's yeah, but we don't
Ramos
know how
for
many
Real
times.
Madrid.
Maybe Lookman's successfully done it 10 times in a row in training and thinks, yeah, I'm good at panenkas.
Yeah. The only thing I would say, in defence of him, because I don't want to just come across like we're absolutely slating him as a person, I do think that football lacks that kind of flair. Do you know what I mean? Like, we do want to see that. You know, like when we see Grealish take it, everyone talks about Gaza when he used to do something different. I love that Lookman's done that, and I hope that doesn't stop him from trying to be more exuberant on the pitch. I just think it's just a time and a place. Like Ronaldo, when he came to the Premier League, it's like he had to learn there was a time and a place to do something. And I think Lookman, I think he just needs to learn to, even if it was in the 60th minute, it would just feel a little bit better. There'd just be less pressure. It's just the fact that you have, this is your only chance at doing it.
98.
Do you know what I mean? You got your only, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if I had to score a penalty or like my mum and dad died, right?
You're going to do panenka.
I would not go panenka. But if it was,
He's rocketed it over the bar.
I would still say though, if I was the goalkeeper, I'm thinking his mum and dad's life on the line. No way he's going to try a panenka. That'd be the best time for you to do it.
Imagine how cool you'd look, Andy, as well.
yeah,
Save their lives, Andy.
exactly.
And you do it and then just give it a little to mum.
Imagine my dad speaking to me though. It's like, my life was on the line and you've just tried a panenka. You little
I'd like the idea if it was that one that Zidane scored in the final where it like hits the bar as well. I was thinking that was close.
Yeah.
Just chip that onto the bar there.
Def's just there, ready to. No.
Oh, he's gone to goal line. Oh, you win this one. Okay, it's time for the memes. Each week, our panelists submit a meme to the Dream Team Instagram page, and you folks get to vote for your favourite. If you're not already following us on Instagram, go over and get it sorted now. But for now, let's have a look at this week's memes. Yeah, well, you can hear it there. So that's first up. Who was that? Who submitted that? Well, that was Graz.
That was a Graz special.
So that was a Graz special, and that's a good one. I don't know if you see
I
it.
like it, but like, let's talk about the mechanics of the meme. Like Kane's hitting Son. What? Like, they're not.
He's playing.
No, they're
Son
working.
Like a bongo.
They're working together.
Working together, yeah. He's getting a tune out of it.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay.
Okay.
Next up is the Mendy goalkeeper and the Kepa meme. I didn't quite understand this one.
Some sort of kids' film
The
reference.
Avengers, I believe it's called. And finally, it's every Man United fan now looking at Pochettino while making love to their partner.
It's a nice bit of Photoshop work.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, look legit to be fair. No, it's from a behind-the-scenes photo shoot of Old Trafford.
What exclusive is. By the
Yeah.
way, Poch has been made from That's how we've announced it.
Andy's got quite the scoop there. Okay, well, I've got the results here, and there's not much at stake here.
That's the first time I've done still image, I think, ever.
Really?
Nice.
Since maybe since the origin of.
Going old school.
I like it. I like it.
Okay, well.
I mean, you haven't won, but I like it.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'll go back to basics next week. It'll be Arsenal trying to get in the top four,
Some sort of animal.
trying to get over a fence.
Yeah. Right, in third place.
Look, a goal's a goal. Man. Doesn't matter how they go in. 25.
Well,
yards
not
or-
if it's a panenka.
What's the video panenka equivalent, Andy? In third place with 279 votes is Graz. Shock horror.
Which
with
one,
that
though?
Kepa
The Kepa
meme.
one.
Yeah.
Kepa meme. In second place with 350 votes is Andy with his still meme that we will never see again.
Yeah,
So that means the Bale meme is just vibing. Graz has won with 1,194 votes.
Wow, that's a.
Yeah, that is.
So it was Graz last, me middle, Graz first.
Surely Graz's two attempts cancel each other out.
So I'm a Graz sandwich.
Well, you're even, aren't you? You're level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
so,
guys came first and last. So.
yeah. Congratulations and commiserations, Graz. Seeing as there is an international break coming up this weekend, we had the choice to preview that or talk about literally anything else. So, Andy, what's your favourite type of cheese?
Gouda. Or is it Gouda?
I believe it's Gouda. Anyway, thanks very much for joining us.
That is his favourite.
Yeah,
Dream cheese.
That's an exclusive, by the way.
Gouda, as Andy calls it. Nick?
What, my favourite type?
Yeah.
Probably Red Leicester.
Red Leicester?
That's boring.
Leicester fan there.
That's
Jack?
quite boring.
Ooh, I love a bit of a brie, a bit of brie,
Bit of brie?
but I do. But you can't go wrong with cheddar. Like
Classic
a like a real. It is Route 1, but
Mild.
I mean, no, you
Mature.
get
But
mature,
if you go
extra
Yeah,
mature.
but if you go mature, then you don't get the soft consistency.
No, you get it
'Cause
more flaky.
I don't like it flaky.
I agree on with you. Yeah.
This is the fiery debate of this week's episode. Nah!
It's the most animated I've been all show.
It's anything during the Lookman part. No.
With Georgia! No, but in reality, we're going to use this opportunity to review our bold predictions that we made at the start of the season. So we made a little Excel spreadsheet, and I'm going to go over it now. So how are you feeling?
Excel getting a shout out when it's probably not. It's
Okay,
Google Sheets.
there are other other sheets available on the market.
Yeah.
Unnamed spreadsheets.
Unnamed spreadsheets. So we'll start with our tables, I guess. Can you remember who you all picked? You all picked the same team to be.
I think I
top.
went City. Tom.
City, yeah.
City. I
Yeah.
picked Liverpool.
Fair play.
Fair play.
It doesn't. City. I know City are actually in mid-table right now, but they've got
They're not.
a game in hand,
Yeah, exactly. They've
which would
Yeah,
put them into top 6 somewhere.
I thought
put
City
them
looked good
fifth.
against Liverpool, by the way. Like that was
Yeah.
the first time I was like, you know what? I can see the City of old starting to come through here a little bit.
I think they've sorted their defence out. Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo. That looks decent to me now.
Is Walker an idiot, by the way? That's a quote from
Roy Keane.
That was
yeah.
a bit much, wasn't it?
What I've realised about Roy Keane
Personal.
is Roy Keane thinks that all mistakes are deliberate.
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't understand that someone can make a mistake because they're like by accident. He's like, why have you done that? I'm an idiot. As if he deliberately gone, oh, do you know what? I'm going to foul mine. Like that's what I think I've decided about Roy Keane. He doesn't, because he was such a good player himself, which I think is an issue with a lot of like. It's like why Henry maybe isn't a good manager because they just don't understand. Like, why can't you just do that? I don't understand. Yeah, I think Roy Keane's got a bit of that in his punditry. It's like, oh, why didn't you just get the ball there?
Yeah.
I tried, mate. I tried. Like, what else have we got notable in the table?
Well, Jack, can you remember you picked to be last?
No.
Aston Villa.
Let's come back.
Absolute plum.
To be fair,
Let's wait till you get the managers. The managers you're going to be
I've
sacked.
probably got them low, haven't I? I must have them quite low.
You had them third last.
Yeah.
Andy, you had them third last. I had them second last.
We've all got
relegated.
Right, on to our picks, players to watch. Do you remember who your player of the season picks were?
I think I had De Bruyne, maybe.
Yeah, you had
I
De
had
Bruyne.
Kane, didn't I?
You had Kane, and Nick, you had Raheem Sterling. I think Kane out of those.
Yeah,
looks
Kane
most
is the player. of the
Kane's
season
got to
at
be,
the
isn't
moment.
he?
Yeah. So
Second,
Followed by
one goal.
Grealish.
Grealish probably right. there.
Grealish, yeah. But Kane's most assists and one off top scorer, right?
Yeah, that's insane.
dark horse of the season. Jack, you picked Arsenal.
Yeah.
Which
Again, just love Arsenal
that-
on this show. Or what?
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, I got caught up in the.
Well, again,
Is
I'm
that
not
all?
convinced all of you not know what a dark horse is.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like the Invincibles, the former Invincibles. Yeah, I suppose.
But that would
Well, I
only,
know
if
what you mean, but
that would only count if you think they're going to win the league. Then
I just thought they were going to do a lot.
that would be a
better.
dark horse. If they won the league, then I'd say dark
Yeah.
horse.
first manager to be sacked. Do you remember what you picked?
I went Moyes,
You did?
which he's doing all right, isn't he?
Doing okay, yeah. Andy, Dean Smith.
Yeah, I said Dean Smith as well.
Dean Smith. I said
Nightmare. Probably more likely to get manager. Well, definitely will get manager of the month. Or manager, maybe get manager season.
Yeah. I picked Scott
Good to
Parker,
see.
which again I can't believe nobody else picked. I
Parker,
think
yeah.
that's-
Yeah.
So no, there's not been a sacking yet either.
No, that's probably
So
a record,
no
isn't
one's
it?
wrong, lads.
That is
At the end of the day.
Also, this is traditionally the season for it, though, isn't it? Like the kind of late October, November international break.
Yeah.
Usually someone goes, do you know what? We've got a bit of time to get someone in,
Yeah.
get someone
The
gone.
thing is,
While
though,
there's
it's
time.
two of the teams struggling, Burnley and Sheffield United, have got invincible managers. They won't get sacked.
They'll just stick by those.
Yeah, so it's actually an interesting one. Parker's probably got to be the one that goes. The Lookman probably the nail in the coffin. Imagine if Lookman gets Parker sacked.
Well, yeah.
That Panenka.
Yeah, it's probably what Bilic and.
Oh yeah,
Parker.
Bilic is on very rocky ground, isn't
Yeah.
he?
But they
It's got
played.
me.
I know they lost, but they showed a bit of fight against Spurs. At least.
That's all from us, folks. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Dream Team Coach TV, brought to you by Betway. Sadly, there are no club fixtures this weekend, so what better time to review your dream team and just have a little tweak. But until next week, take care.